What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy RobinKey, and guys, today we're basically just gonna look at the charts for the week. I'm gonna take you through maybe three charts or so, three pairs that I feel like they are worth trading for this week, and then guys, I'm gonna show you what CPI did last week, and I'm gonna just show you this. It's shocking. It's shocking. But it was a lesson learned. So I think that in the future, I'll also just share a few tips with you guys on how to avoid such things. All right. So I'm gonna just show you a screenshot though, because I doubt I still have the setup and stuff. And then we're gonna go through the charts. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into it. Okay, guys. So, as we're looking at the charts, guys, right? So before I continue, please do like, subscribe, comment, and share the video so that we can get to more viewers out there, more people that are needing this type of information, guys. And also, please do follow me on my other social media platforms. Okay, so let's start with the USD yen, which is the trade that I'm actually currently in right now. Okay, so just to look at the bigger view, right? I'm looking at a 4-hour chart. Let's just see how the daily time frame looks like. Okay, so I just want to delete this line just so that you can actually see everything from your end. But I would definitely mark this previous high here on the daily time frame, right? We've had price rejecting at that same level just to come back down and retest this level here, right? And automatically from here, I can also see this trend. Okay, I can also see this trend here, right? So I would definitely mark it because I know it's going to be a trend that's going to show up on my 4-hour time frame, right? So when I go to the 4-hour time frame, okay, just ignore this for now. We'll get to that. I thought I deleted everything. Anyways, so basically, yes, this is my 4-hour time frame, and this is how it looks like. Right, let me just adjust this line here. Okay. We can just do that. Because I need that recent touch here. So you can see here you've had your first touch here, right? And then you've had your second touch here. And then you've had your third touch here, which the same thing applies. Third touch will hit up. So you would have already been here. This would have been your entry. And you're probably looking at this. You're probably looking at this. All right. That's what you should be looking at. And that's why exactly in this trade, I missed this entry here. However, I did a follow-up entry here, which I'm going to show you guys when we get closer into it. And that's exactly where I'm looking, right? So I'm going to look to scale in as well and things like that. But you're still basically looking at the trend line, right? And what else would you be looking for? So I would say yes, in most cases, obviously you would have there you go. You would look at this as well, right? You would look at this as well, which would be your first, second, and third boom. However, we did break out of this trend line and we broke back in. So what I normally do, right, if I see a trend like that, I do take it into consideration. However, when it comes to a trend line, it is more likely that this was probably just a false break. However, it's on a big time frame, right? So we can't just ignore it, okay? But I would have this for guidance. I would have this trend line for guidance. But in this case, I don't want to have it there because I'm already looking at the previous high. You understand? So in this case, I'm not going to do that. So from my 4-hour here, I will look at points whereby the market might actually come back and reverse to retest, right? Which this would be my first point right here. Okay, first point right here. I see it kind of respected it, tried to break out and come back in. So I would actually look at this as a first point right here. All right. I know this might look like a head and shoulder here, and which it basically, I think it probably caught a lot of people here, unless obviously they entered at the shoulder. But most people would actually enter this trade around here, looking at the breakout. Okay, we're probably looking at it around here at the breakout, knowing very well that you're gonna probably swing all the way to this low. I mean, that's another trade, but you wouldn't have gotten into this trade because it didn't break, you know. So, but anyways, so I would look at this point as areas where the market can come back and retest, right? This is more probable because it actually has a record on it, and it shows this little the rising flag here with small movements and this big bearish drop to show that it's actually respecting this level. So I can expect the market to actually come from this point down here before it actually come and hits this area here, before it can actually come and hit that area there. So those are possible moves because this is an area where the market could come back and retest, right? So I'm looking at this on a higher time frame. Okay, so I don't like keeping my drawings there, so I just do that to get a better understanding into exactly how the market could look like. Okay, so then from here I move to my 1 hour time frame. Okay, 1 hour time frame. Okay, I'm gonna remove the setup here. I'll just show you how I entered this trade as well, but I'm pretty sure you can see it now already. Okay, let's see here. So my 1 hour time frame, yes, what would I do? I would do the same thing. Places where the market is more probable to come and retest, which is this area here. Okay, so yes, you would look at an area where it is more probable, most possibilities of higher possibilities of the chart coming back to retest. Okay, which would be this area here. Okay, however, here we've already noticed that the price is already creating some sort of a support structure. Okay, let me actually put it all the way to that side, right? You can see the price here is already creating some sort of a support structure. So for me, this would be invalid, all right? Because now I can see already that price is actually creating this at some sort of support structure. This is the lowest it has been, all right? But what you can do is you can basically just have a zone here. But this is, remember, this is not how I saw this trade because that move actually happened within my trade, right? But let me show you how I actually show this. When I saw this trade, this move here had already happened. Actually, my laptop is reacting very slow. I'm not sure what's happening, but this move here had already happened, right? So it was basically within this area here. All right, it was within this area here. This is the area that I had to study to anticipate this move here. Okay, so in this point I would see her. Okay, fine. Number one, I'm on a bullish market, right? So I should be looking for buys. Number two, the market would need to do some sort of a consolidation, or what we call a retest, in order for me to start looking for the more bullish move, right? And at this point is what I have actually identified as a move, a consolidation area or a retest area where I can actually start looking to buy the market, right? So when I went on to my 15 minutes time frame, right, it gives me more clarity, right? I'm gonna just remove this here, and at this point I'm already looking at a much clearer market or the consolidation, and this is where I'm basically looking for my entries. So the first thing I did is I had to identify this flag here. All right, I'm like, okay, fine. There's a trend line there, and the market seems to be respecting it pretty well. Okay, so there's two things that I could be looking for right now at this trend, right? Well, one thing, once this trend, once I've drawn this trend line here, and basically that is a breakout. So I would look for this breakout here, and I would look for an entry here. However, now my trading style, I do not like to actually trade up breakouts, because now what it does, this is what it does. If I had to take this breakout here, this is where my stop loss would be. What does that automatically mean about my TP? I mean, if I'm trading 1:3, then this is where my TP would have to be, right? This stop loss for me is huge. This is a big stop loss for me. That is a big stop loss for me. So I would not trade anything like this, because all breakouts, not all but most, tend to leave a huge gap between the actual breakout and the previous support area. So I would have never taken that. So what do I do? Fine. So this is an area, unless of course you wait for this breakout and a retest. That's when you can start taking the entry with the less stop loss. But what I do is I always look for these areas of support, whereby I know very well that, okay, fine, I can look for an entry here. All right, so this is where I had my zone, and I had to look for an entry along these lines, which, knowing very well that I just need to put it at 100 points, and which is roughly like what, from, okay, let's not say 700, let's just say from 800 for an example, right? My stop loss would be like at something like 600, which is literally right there. It's 200 points, and I mean, that's a very, very, very small stop loss, right? So I had this setup here, and what I did is I actually then looked for okay, because the market was still playing around here, so I waited for the market to come back to my area so I can actually look for an entry. So let me show you what I did, because I actually entered this trade twice, right? So my first entry was around this area here, because I got this rejection candlesticks here, and then I got this the big rejection stick here, and I was like, you know what, this is it. I mean, I've got a triple bottom here, and it's already, price is already rejecting, so I'm gonna get into the next engulfing candlestick. So I got this trade here just after this green candlestick had formed. This is where I had my trade, and this is where I had my stop loss, because it was right after this area here. And obviously my TP, I was looking at something like that at minimum, right? And what the price did, it actually just went straight to my stop loss and kicked me out. Okay, fine. Now I had to wait for another sort of entry, right? So I was like, okay, no, that's fine. It seems like I entered just a bit too early, but then I'm gonna wait for the next engulfing candlestick, because I literally had, you know, the hope that this trade is gonna go up. I was confident enough that, no, this is where the market is gonna start buying. So my next trade, which is the one that I'm gonna show you now, I'm gonna show you a screenshot of that trade. I took that trade as soon as this engulfing candlestick happened here. This is where I took my trades, right? And I had my stop loss at 600, which was here, right? And my first TP would obviously be actually right now. My first TP is already hit, but I'm obviously looking for a breakout here. But I would definitely have like a previous area. I would definitely have this here. Yeah, I would definitely have my stop loss there. But basically that's exactly what's happening now. Oh, that's actually nice. Okay, I might actually start not closing, but start scaling in this trade and just trailing my stop loss instead of closing the trades. I think that's a better option. But that's basically how I found this trade. This is basically how I traded this market, right? Let me see. Okay, I see this video is going to be quite long, so I'm just going to do this this breakdown for today, and then maybe later on tomorrow, or actually I'll do another video where I'm gonna take you guys through the German 30. But we can just look at the overall look of German 30 as well. Okay, so German 30 for our candlestick, for our chart, that's what I meant to say. And basically this is my area where I am expecting it to get to before we can find any rejections, right? And then I would have this area here as well. Did I take anything? No. This area here as well. I mean, you cannot ignore this area, right? You cannot ignore this area because it was already rejected, respected that area twice, and it might have a triple bottom here, right? That's obviously assuming that it does not break below. Okay, so type of market that we are in, well, it was bullish for some time, right? But now it seems to be more bearish than bullish. I mean, it's breaking previous lows, and it keeps going down and up, creating higher highs, lower highs, and lower lows, right? However, I would definitely consider this area here, and I would have my trend line like this, just so that I am basically looking for a third touch before I can take any trades in this market, right? And then I would then move to my 1 hour time frame, right? So normally my indices, I don't go all the way to daily charts because the movements are quite, I mean, it's a more volatile market, so I don't really need to hold for that long in most cases, right? So I would probably just start it from a 4 hour time frame just to get the overall movement of the market, and then I'll take it down all the way to 15 minutes, right? So yes, this area here, you can see this market is, for me, it's not a confident market to actually look into, right? I mean, it's a bit too messy, right? But should I actually look into this market, I would definitely look for a bullish move and not a bearish move, right? So I would look for more sells than buys, right? So I would wait for the market, and this is what I would expect from it actually. Come at this point here, right? Give us a triple bottom, and then give us the third touch. Once we get this third touch, we can at least retest this area here before we go below, all right? Before we go further lower. This is what you should be looking for. It's going to be more profitable, obviously, because there's the longer movement or to the downside, right? But if you're looking for buy, then unless you're looking to scalp it, I mean, this is what you could be looking for. So once it gives you this triple bottom here, you could have this trade with your stop loss here, which is the nice thing about it, because it's going to give you a very tight stop loss, and then you can take it up to previous high, which is around that area. You still get your 1:3, right? That's what you could be looking for. Obviously, you'd need more confirmation in that area, but looking at it now, I mean, I'm sure you can even see that it is a bearish market. I mean, look at this long candlestick here. The previous one, it looks like it was a rejection, but the fact that they pushed it that low, I feel, I mean, it's a strong bearish movement. And then you still get this candlestick and closing very, very, very low. It's a big candlestick. You can't just look for buys there. I mean, you literally need to wait for something to happen in this area, before you can start looking for those buys, right? But if you're probably looking for scalping buys, this is something that you could be looking for. Maybe even have a tighter stop loss, but I feel like sells are even better in this market. Okay, so that's basically what happened. What I feel like it's gonna happen for a couple of days to come. Maybe not the whole week, but a couple of days to come. And yeah, so my just to make sure, hey man, yeah, it's going pretty well. I mean, I do expect it to break this point anyway. But I'm gonna show you, just check out the video and just see this is the trade that I'm literally in right now. right? And so far it's good, man. So far it's good, but let's see how far it can go. I'm not gonna close it at those take profits there, but I might just close a few trades, but I'm definitely gonna trail stop loss. I'd rather trail stop loss to this trade. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys what happened to CPI. Okay, so stay tuned, and I'm gonna show you guys right now. Okay, so this is what happened to CPI, and it was shocking. It was shocking. And to be quite honest, it happens a lot if the movement is major, right? These are the type of things that can happen to you in trading. However, they should not make you lose faith. They should not make you feel like you are the target. You're probably not the only person that these type of movements are happening to. So if you look properly, that move literally skipped my stop loss. Look at where my stop loss is, and that move literally jumped my stop loss, and then it only closed the trades like so many pips under my stop loss, meaning that trade was supposed to break even, but because of the volatility of that entire CPI news, it skipped it, and it literally blew my account. I mean, like, guys, these things happen in trading, so you should be definitely careful of such things. However, this comes to the end of our video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, share, so that this type of information can reach more people out there that do need it. Don't forget to follow me on my other social medias, and I will see you guys on the next video.